Hey friendos, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Matt, and we are back with the 8.6 Destiny of X Marvel Future Fight update, and we are going to get straight into it. There's a lot to go through with the new update, lots of new content, new characters, etc. However, unfortunately, due to the fact that I had spent the last Black Friday update building up 2 mutant characters in Emma Frost and Mystique, we're a little low on resources. So unfortunately that means that whilst I do have the Awakening Crystals and CCF needed for Bishop and Angel, and it wouldn't take much to level up Beast, unfortunately I can't do much with the gears because we are lacking in Phoenix Feathers. So unfortunately, it's going to be a while before we have enough of them, but that's my bad for spending so much of them on Emma Frost and Mystique, like I say. However, we will be trying to get through the Future Pass as soon as possible to get Polaris, because we want to then be working on her. Luckily, she is only at level 15 rather than halfway through at level 25 or all the way at the end at level 50, so it's not going to take too long to unlock her. But it does mean that we're going to be very short on mutant materials for the time being. Now, the event shop is now up, and sadly there are no mutant materials in this. It's still just Chaos Norn Stones and Black Antimatter, which would have been nice if they'd have changed it to have kept it a bit more thematic. But hey ho, we can only get what we can get, I suppose. They could have changed the bios to X Genes as well, but we still got the 3 and 4 star tickets. So for those newer players or those with smaller, newer accounts, it's still not too bad. For me personally, I could get a Blast Book, I suppose, if I'm going to need one for Polaris, and it's either that or Energy. Really, is the only thing of any great note there. However, what we're mainly going to be concentrating on today is probably going to be the new uniforms. I'm not going to be unlocking the world boss because I just can't afford the crystals for it. We are going to be getting Jean Grey's new uniform straight away, obviously, and we're going to be focusing on her today. And then in the next video we're going to be working on Cyclops. So as you can see, you cannot use on a native tier 2, you cannot use uniform upgrade tickets, but you can use XP chips, which is nice. However, it does cost both Phoenix Feathers and Macron crystals. So unfortunately, if it was just one, it wouldn't be so bad, because then I could just transfer Macron shards in the craft shop into Phoenix Feathers, but it takes both. So we're just going to see how far we can actually get before we run out of materials. I think we might even be out here. Yeah, we are. So we didn't get very far at all. But you can see the options, not too bad. Professor X is the next one. I'm not sure who's going to be after that, but at least he's a thematic option for Jean. We can see there Colossus and Maya. So they don't look too bad. So we'll pick up Cyclops now. Finally turn him back into a superhero. Outfit does look nice, I've got to say. So yeah, obviously because he is a native tier 1 character, you can use Mega Mythic uniform tickets on him. However, it's a bit of a waste of a Mega Mythic, so I'm not going to be doing that. And you don't need feathers, you just need the little Macron shards as opposed to the crystals, as well as bios. Or X Genes, I suppose, as it is for Cyclops. So we can go ahead and get him as far maxed out as we can straight away, which is nice. Like I say, we'll be testing out what he can do, standalone damage as well as a leadership and support, in the next video. But I just want to go through the uniform options just in case you're interested. And we can see what we've got. So first up we have Obsidian King Thanos, which is nice. I think a lot of people have him. What have we got next? I think we're just going to run through these level 4 XP chips. We have Storm. Okay, well, it's not a great uniform, but at least it's her free-to-play one, as opposed to, I think there would be uproar if they ever put a paywall uniform, a strict cash paywall uniform in here. And we have Hela next. Fortunately, we don't have enough X genes, but that's not too bad. That's not too bad options wise. So we had Quasar, America Chavez. We didn't have either of those because unfortunately it's not the most recent one for America Chavez, and Quasar's doesn't really move the needle. But you can see a lot of the options here we already did have. Echo Maya Lopez is a good one. Colossus is the Hellfire Gala one, so at least it's a recent one. So they look pretty good. Like I say, we won't be bothering with Beast or Angel, at least for the next few days. We'll be concentrating on the main three: Polaris, Cyclops, and Jean. So without further ado, let's get into Jean. Like I say, we won't be doing her War Boss Legend. I did manage to have Infinity Ultron today, which is nice. So I've managed to do those 5, so it's only going to take me another day and a bit after reset. So yeah, we've got to be Jean focusing on, and then Cyclops. But for Jean, I think we're just going to go straight into PvP because it's what everyone wants to know. I know you guys were asking in previous videos how's she going to be, and rather than see what she's like at level 80 or tier 4 or whatever, a lot of us aren't going to be able to get her there for a long time. So let's see what she's like at level 70 with the new uniform. Now we did test it with her old uniform a couple of days ago, just to see how it holds up compared to today's current meta, the likes of Gore and Ada Warlock, Emma Frost, etc., and she got absolutely bodied. So we haven't changed anything about her build as of yet, still go with that. And what we're going to do, she just has a normal debuff leadership, and that's kind of been superseded nowadays. Adam doesn't really have a good enough leadership, so that's what I would go for. Unfortunately, she does need that little bit extra. So you can see Sentry has the all attack, but because it's PvP and I'd rather have the HP, and because Jean with this Dark Phoenix uniform is a villain, it makes sense to make best use of Gore. He's got the increase to HP as well as the debuff leadership for all villain allies, so Jean is going to make full utility of that. So we're going to go up against the #1 ranked player in Vibranium just to see. Now admittedly I am a very casual PvP player. I wouldn't say I'm super involved. I just normally autoplay. Occasionally, if I'm feeling really particularly interested, I'll take the reins now and then. But you can see here, Jean, yeah, she gets through Colossus as you would expect, but she still gets absolutely wrecked by Gore. Come back in after the revive, and kill for kill, but she'd already lost her first life, so unfortunately Gore revives and she's nowhere to be seen. Still seeing a lot of Shuri. I'm really interested, guys, are you using Shuri in PvP? If so, what build are you using on her? Let me know, because if she's really good, I'll definitely do a video on that. I just assumed she was just going to be strong for PvE. I haven't really seen the returns on her, so anyway, that's a tangent. So that's how bad she is. She's not exactly overwhelming anyone. Now compared to her old uniform, so just to show you against the same opponent with the same team, this is a mythic uniform. We have one more option than we currently have available, or 2 more options, sorry, and we haven't even changed this one. It's crowd control time. Ideally we're going to want dodge, and you can tell it's been a long time since I've played with Jean, because I think when I last had it built it was before card crafting was even really a thing. So obviously since then we've changed a lot of our stats, and probably kind of have to play around with a lot of her Uru to make up for areas where she is lacking, where she has deficiencies, and change that around. Dodge, we do want to roll dodge, but I'm not happy with 1557. When the maximum is 1589, we want something ideally 1570 plus 1573. That's fine, that'll do. We'll keep her with that for now. However, we will obviously be looking to to get those other options done soon, when we can finally have enough Phoenix Feathers to finish ranking her up. So yeah, just a quick comparison. We're going like for like. So you've seen that she only just managed to get the 1 kill off on Gore, but we're switching straight over to her now, and there you see. So this is 2019 build of Jean, and she got wrecked the first time by Colossus. She didn't even make it to Gore before she lost her first revive. So, and there she goes, gone. Okay, let's just take autoplay off because my Gore is, he probably could do better, so he could probably do this, but we'll just take autoplay off just to get the loss, and we'll try it against some other teams. But as you can see, I don't think she is going to be as bad as this once I have her fully built, but she can't be much worse, let's be honest, in today's current meta, because losing to Colossus before even getting to Gore, that's embarrassing. That is really embarrassing. So let's swap her back over to her new uniform, the Dark Phoenix one. Got to say, the devs did a really good job with the actual look of this. It looks really great. And let's have a look at some of the other top players. Let's go further down the list rather than the number 1 player, to someone who we're more likely to face off against when we're scrolling through. Here we go, Super Chuck. I often see his name, and he has a different team. Here we have a Adam, Hulk and Molecule Man team. So hopefully this should give us a bit of a different impression. Obviously the main worry here is Adam Warlock, because he has immunity to time freezing. So he is Jean's counterpoint, so we shall see. Oops, we should have swapped straight over there, but we swapped over now. But like I say, Jean should make short work of Molecule Man and Hulk, but it's interesting to see how she'll do against Adam. Yeah, she easily breezes through, which is what I would expect of any energy type character. But she goes kill for kill with Adam, and then on the revive, nope, Adam kills her. That's interesting. Now, admittedly, like I say, my build does need work, and going against Super Choc, who I know, because I've seen their account before, I know they've got a very well built PvP team, so I would expect no less from their Adam. So let's try against a different team. Let's try AP Toms. Here we go. This is another different team. We have a Thanos along with a Gore and Ebony. So let's see if we can do anything against a very strong Thanos team. If this is where Jean needs to be in the meta, let's see how much work we have to do improving her. Oh, she gets wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. There. Thanos down to what, half health? And then again, he healed back up. We didn't even get him down again before. Okay, let's just let him destroy the rest of the team here. So as you can see, I think when people saw a new uniform for Jean, they instantly thought she's going to be wicked strong. And admittedly, she probably will be. It's probably more to do with the fact that my build is from 3 years ago than it is anything to do with the new uniform. So let's just take you through. You can see we have a couple of Odin's Blessing, but we also have some weak Uru on her. You can see she's massively lacking in cooldown and on dodge. She's not even maxed out on attack speed either. Like I say again, this is probably due to the fact that this was before crafted cards, so we do need to build her Uru, change them around a bit, change the Odin's Blessing, stage 12 overdrive, and I think the biggest thing here is she was able to utilise a CTP of Greed. I think we've moved on from those days now in PvP. It has to be strictly either Authority or Regen, and I don't really think Greed is much help. I think the last time we saw Greed of any use was people using it, myself included, on a hybrid build for Spider-Man when he was useful for PvP and PvE. But that was at the very beginning of the year, and he quickly got outclassed in the PvP scene. So, do I think she's good? Yeah, she's clearly miles better than her old uniform. Admittedly, I never had the Marvel Girl one, but that wasn't exactly much better than her X-Men Red. So next up will be Cyclops, and in the meantime I'm going to build up Jean, bring her to where she should be for 2022, and then we'll see how she performs then. But until next time, take care guys, catch you all in the flip, and see you then.